Nick Aiton, and I've had a lot of conversations this week with founders and companies that are finishing off their strategic plans and budgets for 2025. And yes, probably a bit late in the day, but with all the adjustments made to the geopolitics and especially in the US and Europe and the UK in particular, political changes and impact to tax and VAT, there are many things to contemplate. Should I pick up and move my headquarters? Should I open up new distribution, new outlets, and new regions? Where do I obtain the best value capital to help us grow our business? So all of those things are in play, and what increasingly comes up in conversation is, Nick, what about the UAE? What about the Middle East? We're interested. Can you help us? Well, the answer is yes. But let me tell you the rationale of why the UAE in particular, and let's not forget the Middle East and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is also a booming place to consider. The attributes of the region. They're achieving much higher growth, GDP growth, than other parts of the world. They're pushing 5-6% in the current year, and next year they're aiming for 6 to 8%, which is considerable. They are some of the biggest allocators of capital, and they love to be first, the biggest, the tallest, and the shiniest, of course, and they're prepared to deploy capital to get there. One of the other attributes of the region, and the Middle East in particular, and it's a cultural thing, is they have a 20-25 year plan. And it's a clear articulation of where they're going and how they're going to get there. And everyone gets behind the vision. Everyone supports it, which is enormously empowering for a country. A few lessons to be learned there, maybe. So GDP is booming. Capital deployment is also booming. The region hosts some of the biggest sovereign funds, some of the biggest family offices, some of the big investment funds. And actually, there's been an influx due to the geopolitical and the tax and the regime changes around the world. There's been an influx of capital into the region with hedge funds, by Dalio's office, for example, and lots of family offices setting up in the region. And for various other reasons, there's been an influx of several thousand millionaires from other parts of the world. So, along with foreign and direct investment capital, there's been an enormous amount of sort of indirect private capital moving into the region. So you have to ask yourself, what are they seeing? And of course, tax is very attractive, but also it's the simplicity of setting up business and doing business in the region. There's very progressive regulation. They embrace new innovative technology. They're massively behind AI and the building of new AI data centers and technologies. They're significantly into stem cell therapeutics, longevity, and genomics. They're exploring quantum computing. They're into exotic materials. They're exploring and very much planning around different energies. They have a very diverse energy policy. We're from nuclear to gas to oil, of course, fossil fuels, but alternate energies, wind, solar, and they have a lot of solar coming online in the next 12 months, and other biofuels in particular. So everything is on the table. In terms of national infrastructure, there is significant opportunities in the construction space. They are investing heavily in building out new regions of Dubai. And of course, Abu Dhabi and Dubai will be connected by infrastructure in the next couple of years. So Abu Dhabi and Dubai are both expanding significantly. Why? They have an enormous inbound influx of tourism. Tourism is growing significantly. So they have to have hotels and country clubs and restaurants and rentable properties to house them. The inbound expat community is growing exponentially. And although pricing and rent is not too bad at the moment, it is competitive, and they need more capacity in the system. So all of these headline economic markers, sort of macro and micro markers, are very good indicators to why you should consider the Middle East as part of your a part of your market strategy, market entry strategy. And it's matured significantly. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, there are very, very helpful and supportive regulations. The free zone rules have been improved, access to banking, access to office space, access to visas and work permits is all doable now. It's all very much more streamlined, and it's all part of the Middle East culture to position themselves as a geographic and economic hub. And of course, it does position itself very nicely as the bridge between East and West, and between the Western economies and Asia. So the Middle East, the UAE in particular, should be on your radar. Products and services. They are consuming products and services at scale. You need to be there. You need to think about it. Give us a call and we can help you. Talk soon.